uh, fix your coaching staff. fix it. Fix it now. That's the number one thing you have to do. But as for coaching staff, back to the Jets. The Jets are looking at not only coaches but GMs. They fired Joe Douglas. They had the interim head coach. You guys already know about Robert Saleh. He left. They fired him. He worked for the Packers. Some behind the scene thing. And they've been interviewing many coaches. Mike Vrabel, some Lions coordinators, offense and defense, some coordinators, and some guys who are pretty much new at coaching. They've been interviewing, and then they're even interviewing people in the past, like Rex Ryan. And then the GM, I know more about the coaches than I do about the GMs. GMs, not so much. There's a lot of GMs out there that are really, really experienced, or they're under the GM in their organization, or they were GMs. So I'm not really sure about who's good, who's bad in that category. So I'm not going to go over that. But coaches-wise, I'll go over this. The best coaches that I think the Jets should go after are these three people. And I'm being very, very if this is the best thing and it's accurate. Because if I'm going to tell you any other coaches, it's not going to work, because they are not want to go with the Jets, or they're interested in another team. So these three coaches is Mike Vrabel. I think he's the best option because he fits well with the Jets. He did really good with Tennessee. And I think he's really liking the Jets because of how good players they have on the team. He can change that organization around a lot. Now, the other coach I'm going to say is Rex Ryan. I'm going to get some hit for this, but Rex Ryan was the last coach for the Jets who brought them to playoffs. Back-to-back AFC Championship games. What other Jets coach has done that since then? The other Jets coach that was doing that, playoff-wise, I think was Mangini or Herm Edwards, if I'm correct. I was young, so I barely remember it. But I remember watching it, and I think they brought them to the playoffs once, I think, maybe twice, but it was separate years. If I'm wrong with that, I think it was way more past that, early 2000s. But Rex Ryan was the last Jets head coach to bring in the playoffs. Every coach that came in wasn't doing their job. They were not doing their job at all. So I think Rex Ryan, he's out of football for 6 years, something like that, a really long time. But I think he learned from his mistakes. He learned that the game changes a lot. And he bleeds green and white. He loves the New York Jets. I never ever heard of a coach of when I played football, when I watched football as a fan, that a coach who is that passionate about a team. About a team, bro. And he's so passionate that he wants to coach for them again. And he was really dying to win a Super Bowl for the Jets. And I wish we did win it with him. I wish, because that team we had in the 2009, 10, 11 season, wow. We had really good teams. One point we had a squad one year. LaDainian Tomlinson, Jason Taylor, Cromartie, Revis, Bar Scott. And also one year, by the way, we had Ray Lewis. I was hype. I was like, okay. Wait, was it Ray Lewis? Or Ed Reed? Something like that. Well, or maybe I had a dream. My bad. I think I had a dream. I thought we had Ray Lewis on our team. My bad. I thought we had Ray Lewis. I feel like we had some really good former Ravens on our team. I was tripping. Never mind. But we had a really good team. We had Santonio Holmes. We had Braylon Edwards. We had Dustin Keller. We had Sean Green. We had such a good team that we could have won a Super Bowl. Easily. Like, we had such a good team, but mistakes, you live, you learn, you move on. And I think giving Rex Ryan this opportunity to come back and redeem himself and giving a second shot, I think he's not going to take it for granted. I think he's going to, you know, make his team very special. Very special. I'm not saying because as a Jets fan, I'm saying as a football fan because I've seen him, like, he's a coach. His dad was Buddy Ryan. He's the one that helped the Chicago Bears, helped the Philadelphia Eagles. His brother coached the Cowboys. Yeah, brother wasn't the best, but like he lived in a football family house. You don't get that many coaches that live in a football family house. You get maybe a brother who played, or maybe a dad that he wasn't that dedicated to playing, or but he lived and breathed this game. You need a coach like that. So he's the second option I'm gonna say. And the third option, I would say the Lions offensive coordinator, but that's gonna be really tricky to get. Because he seems like he's more interested in the Chicago Bears job. Sounds like a lot of buzz going on around that. But I think it'll be the other guy on the line, defensive coordinator. I forgot his name, but I feel like he's gonna do good. I think he'll be somewhat good. I feel like he brings that defensive mentality better than Robert Saleh did. I feel like Saleh's a little bit more soft. But I think he brings more of heart, brings more grit. And not only that, but I feel like he's connected to players. He's a former player. He played in the NFL. And you need that former player. You can't just add a coach who never played in the NFL. Can't relate to the players that well. But a former player helps a lot. I think that'll be the really good option for the Jets to go for those three coaches. Let me know in the comments. I think that's a really good option. I can't even think of anyone else. But yeah.